Welcome, Redbeard here, and it is time for my first ever series on this channel. Road to rank 1 Corrupted Gauntlet as a hardcore ironman. The only rule is simple: I cannot use tier 3 armor inside the gauntlet, from Lumbridge to the walls of Prifddinas. Let's begin. Welcome to episode 7 of this epic Road to Rank 1 Corrupted Gauntlet series. Coming in with enough cash for the Barrows gloves, finally. If you are new, check out the first episode below. Hopefully I have enough cash to buy them. I think it was 136 or 135k, somewhere around there. My bank right now is starting to look slightly more decent in terms of upgrade and gear. Still some way to go until the Song of the Elves. My skill targets right now, not including quest requirements, will be at least 80 combats, 70 prayer and importantly 90 hit points for the tornadoes, should I get unlucky. On my main I am training constantly, so it should not be an issue at 90. The main reason for gear upgrades like this is to speed up training with their stats, and these Barrows gloves give plus 12 in all, including strength. They are a huge upgrade right now, in all styles, unless I'm using void equipment. My first Slayer task using the Barrows gloves, and the first drop is a roommate helm. See, I bought the lucky pair. Another good alkabil, it is much needed right now. HCIM chests are good, but when transitioning to mid-level it feels like it's just too slow. For money, I will go there once I get a ton of natures from Kurasks later on, and alk while looting, but for right now it's just too slow. It's much better to train Slayer. Anyway, now demons drop these ashes thankfully. Before none of them gave any prayer XP. For ironmen like myself, I reckon some of the methods will change, especially when killing abyssal demons, which drop different ashes. I don't know its name, but they are the best. Okay, I was bunking inside the Tazar city. Well, not inside, but you know, near the fire cape, and was just looking up the wiki for these guys' drop table. Now I knew the stronger ones inside the city dropped the armor. What I did not know is that all 3 pieces gave strength bonus. Yeah, that changes things. For me to get inside is one completion of the fire cape, which should not be difficult. The plate and the legs have slightly lesser defense, but when it comes to attack bonuses, it has no negatives. The one that is awesome is the neutral magic when doing barrows, unlike any melee armor. They are a must for later, plus I think the 2 pieces look awesome, even without the helmet. The Helm of Net is better than the obsidian helmet, unless you're using the OB necklace, which I won't be doing right now. Time to enchant the Salve Amulet in Mauritania. I had 2 choices, either going there and manually navigate the whole of the dungeon, which is filled with all kinds of traps and creatures that can mess up everything along the way to turn, make you start all over again, or purchase a Slayer ring, which teleports you just outside his entrance inside. To think, I knew this whole dungeon without a map, all in my mind, when I was playing Darkscape more than 5 years ago. Christ, that makes me feel old. Anyway, the fight is not that difficult. The nuisance is the constant prayer draining, similar to Barrows but faster, and the terror dogs that can hit constantly, and can possibly kill you if swarmed. Either that or you use a ton of prayer pots. What I did is I just blocked them behind turn that has 3 phases, which are easy. Once dead he gives 5k Slayer XP too, which was a nice surprise. Once you get the book, you can enchant unlimited amount of Salve amulets. Now the harder part is to enchant it further to blue at the nightmare zone, and I bet it will require too many prayer pots than I wish to spend, but it is a must. Maybe I wait for Darok set. These sulfur lizards are my favorite Slayer task at this stage. You do not need any food, the amount of ores and bars are invaluable, for even lower level than myself, and I cannot wait to smelt steel bars for the cannonballs, which I need for later on. The dwarf multi-cannon is kinda the barraging for ranged, since chinchompas are out of the question. I might use the bars normally at the furnace or use at the blast furnace. If I camped here for like 1k kills, I think they could net me a ton of steel bars in the process. I don't know, it's a good idea. 65 attack, and with this level I can enter the Warriors Guild. For ironman, this unlocks two important things: cheap and high level food and the Dragon Defender. I needed 130 attack and strength combined to enter the Warriors Guild. What I need right now is some armor sets like the Mithril. Thank you, Jagex. These animators' animation to animate the armor used to take forever. It is the best method to get the warrior tokens. I wish they buffed the other activities inside to give it some variety, like RuneScape 3. Anyway, I decided to buy a bunch of Mithril, had to run around stores to get them. I tried the Jujutsu store, which sells all 3 pieces of armor, but it is overstocked. With Mithril it is easy for tokens and cheap too. For now I have 500 tokens ready to grind this out and the Bronze Defender drops. On this 3rd floor there are 2 types of Cyclopses, the level 56 and the level 70 combat ones. Both of them have almost no defense, which is great at my level, and their defender drops are 1 in 50 from bronze to rune, regardless of their level, and they drop also a bunch of adamant alchemicals and black knives, which is good for ranged later on. Before newer Slayer monsters and areas, this was one of the best places to train melee. In less than 30 minutes I found 4 defenders, and the fastest drop was the rune, dropping only 2 or 3 kills after adamant. I thought I would have gotten at least 70 defense from bronze to rune here. Hopefully the Cyclopses in the basement have the same defense, although they hit harder and the Dragon Defender drops at 1 in 150 instead of 1 in 50, which is plenty of time to level. Jesus, I forgot to record this. I thought I will camp here, but no, not even 2 kills in, I get the Dragon Defender, and I cannot even wield it. Still cannot complain, I'm happy. I thought, why won't I just level 60 downstairs, would not take long anyway. And as I clicked on the ladder, every hardcore Ironman's worst nightmare happened, a disconnect. Right now where I live, it has been like this all summer because of the heat. Yeah, can you believe it? A heat wave happens, and it has the equivalent to some kind of hacking attack or an AMP. It is so damn frustrating, but I'm thankful I wasn't in combat. One upside is I won't have to grind for any rings anytime soon. For the near future, the Ring of Life will stay on. Later, finally I got the 60 defense for the defender. Had to replace my modem too. Anyway, it is a must for N1 and its accuracy is huge. And now these hellhounds, they hit like I'm wearing nothing and offer very little in return. I mean, I could try to do hard clues, but not all of them would be completed due to the wilderness, and I would not need anything from them, so it's a block. Yet I got a hard clue and decided to complete it, who knows. And again I underestimated another NPC, this time the Saradomin Wizard, that hits like a truck, and had to teleport. Who knows, maybe a 3rd age will happen. My first hard clue, trying to complete it. Until one like this hits you, showing you a trifecta, why you can't do it. A heraldic helm comes from the very same thing I'm trying to do, a spear I do not have, and a quest I haven't done. I will stick to medium clues for the time being. My next target, or targets, are to unlock Miscellanea, and most importantly complete Cabin Fever, which unlocks Cave Horrors that drop the Black Mask for the Slayer helm. All I need is 34 farming for Tide Farm, then to 40 farming, and find a way to get Ranar Seeds. See, a majority of these requirements are tied in with 70 Slayer directly and indirectly. I decided to once and for all unlock the Void Knight set without doing anything else in between, just to get it out of the way, and all along get some cash. The least I can do is just to get the ranged helm only, which is the most useful. The main reason for this is to use the set combined with the blue Enchanted Salve Amulet that I mentioned earlier, and level range at the Undead Druids. Both effects do stack with each other, unlike the Slayer helm and the Amulet, which does not. And even later, until I get the Ahrim set, I will use Void Mage to barrage the spiders within Fortos dungeon. The grubby keys they drop inside the dungeon are super valuable, especially for the Saradomin Bruise drop that will be needed for the Seren fight. And here at Pest Control, I decided, on a whim, just to use ranged with the Bone Crossbow, just to try it out. It's cheap and fast, and to my surprise, I leveled from 44 ranged to 55, which is great. I did not expect to level that much, but I did. This was a long but rewarding grind, from 0 all the way to 850 points. Had to do it as fast as possible, here carefully buying all the required pieces slowly, and got 168k cash also. Later I would have to come back for the mage and melee helmets, but they are not that important right now, unlike the ranged helm. And that is it for this video. Let me know below what you think. Hit the bell, share if you like, and subscribe. Happy escaping, peace.